Hi all, it's Ali here. I'm in the kitchen. The most gorgeous cup of tea. What makes this cup of tea better is the fact that I didn't make it. Someone made it for me. God, doesn't that always taste better when somebody else does it? I've just come back from a walk with the dog. I swear, when the dog crouches down to do a poo, this is what I want to say to him. I can't stop it. I want to say, on the next contraction, push, 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 push. I mean, I've never been a midwife or anything, but I can't resist saying it. I think someone will catch me saying that one day, and they'll think I've completely lost the plot. Anyway, I divert. Oh no, I'm doing a macaroni cheese with bacon today for Dad, who's coming tomorrow. And yeah, I've already done my macaroni, it's over there. And I'm just frying some bacon up, and then I'm going to do a Roux sauce, but I'm going to put tomatoes in the Roux sauce because that's the way Mum did it. I think it's nicer. And also I don't want my sauce to be too thick because I'm going to reheat it tomorrow. And if you make a Roux sauce too thick, if you want to do it the next day, so you're not doing it fresh on the day, when you put it in the oven it goes really thick and ugh. So for my next trick, so I'm cooking through this bacon as much as I can. I've chopped it all into tiny small pieces as well, because try and get you to sort of see a bit better. I think we just need to come down a bit, don't we? There you go. You might not see my head, but that might not be a bad thing. Who knows? It's just about seeing me here. So yeah, just frizzle off a load of bacon. And just go over there and collect my pasta. Now I'm not going to be able to have this tomorrow because being celiac, I could make a gluten-free one, but you know I really can't be bothered, so I'll have something myself. And unfortunately, when you do this dish, this is something that will take washing up. I can't get away from it. Anyone that knows how I cook, I tend to try and use the same pan all the time. So the way I deal with that is just to get someone else to wash. Oh God, so I'm going to sprinkle my bacon into there and mix it into my pasta, like so. I have to say it is really tasty, especially if you do a lot of cheese and the sauce comes out well and everything. It is extremely tasty. I'm not going to say it's a low-fat meal because it's not, but hey-ho. Dad needs all the strength he can get now. He's walking around the block all right. Let's put this to the side. He's doing really well. He just turned 95 and he's doing brilliantly, and I love seeing him on a Friday. But I like to try and make things that I know that he can't get, if you get what I mean, in the week. He tends to have meat all the time. Apparently he doesn't get rice very often, so that's nice, and he doesn't get salad very often. So I'm going to put this, just do this with salad. Now in here I've got butter, herbs, salt and pepper, and all I'm doing is, I'm a bit of a bugger for doing things too quickly, so I'm going to let that melt down without burning the pot. I did use this pot to do the pasta in, so there you are, there's one pot saved. So here we are. I put a lot of butter in this one simply because I've got a lot of sauce to make. Right, put some onions, a few chopped onions. You can chop any onions. I actually prefer it with large top, the red onion rather than this onion, and like in sort of quite large onion pieces. But that wouldn't suit my father at all. I've got no pegs left. This is bound to all come out. I'm going to put this in the freezer. We keep watching the news to see if we've got any easing of our lockdown. it looks like there might be something coming in March. They may be lifting the odd thing here and there. I don't know, but it's beginning to ease. I've got my first vaccination tomorrow, so as far as I'm concerned, you can't get me down there quick enough. I know that some people have had some nasty effects, so I'm not looking forward to that bit, but it may not affect me at all. And if Dad at 95 can go and do it, I can do it, and I'm quite happy to do it. And roll on the second one. I like to feel that, at least psychologically, I'm protected for the majority of it. You know, we're not going anywhere, we're not doing anything, and you get really fed up, don't you? I mean, I've watched far too much YouTube, and I found myself commenting on things that I wouldn't normally comment about. They're not my battles. And it's only because I'm sitting at home and I'm bored, I'm thinking, oh, well, I think I'll get involved with that. And it's ridiculous, because it's not my sort of thing. I mean, I'm not saying anything. I've said the odd comment where, I mean, I make no secret of the fact that I don't like Randy, Wendy or Diane. I've made no secret of that, particularly now after the events. But, you know, at the same time, I'm not going to keep going, I don't like Randy, she's a bitch. I'm not going to keep saying it, because there comes a time when enough is enough. Do you know what I mean? I wish I could turn that opinion round. I would love to, because I used to really like her. I thought she was funny, I thought she was entertaining. And that was only about maybe a couple of years back, or 18 months ago, or even a year. I didn't hate her then. I don't know. I don't hate her. I don't hate anybody, but you know what I mean. It's something that in my brain I have to think, no, enough is enough. Right, look, that's all melted down together, and that's perfect. Now, I could tell you how many spoons of flour to put in, but I don't know. So what I do is I make it into a paste, and that's how Mum taught me. Just make it into a paste. The one thing about a roux sauce is don't leave it. Just don't leave it to try and bubble up and get thick, because you'll just get lumps, and it's just not great, you know. You want it like a paste, as if it's, I always think it looks like the middle of an onion bhaji, actually, this paste. I guess that's probably how they do make it. They make it with gram flour though, which I've never used, and I really should, because that's something I can eat. Right, so there's the paste. It's quite, you can see it's thick, and then what you start doing is adding milk. Don't put all the milk in, but do it bit by bit. The temptation to stick all the milk in is very high, because, you know, I hate cooking. I just want everything done in 5 seconds, so, and that doesn't happen when when you're doing a sauce like this. You do have to be whizzing it round, you know. I'm not going to get one of these out to do it. I'm going to keep going with the wooden spoon and then keep taking it off the heat. That's the thing to do. Keep taking it off the heat and then on the heat again as you stir between each time. On the third lot, I'm going to add tomatoes. Now this will obviously make the consistency more watery. So with this sauce, you know, I won't require as much milk, but I want to make a lot of sauce, because obviously I've got a lot of macaroni to cover. Oh, what can I talk about? What have I done this week? Oh, I'll tell you what I have done. I ordered, a lot of you might notice that I do a lot of jigsaw puzzles. If anyone follows me on Instagram or sees my Facebook, or even the last video, I had a really nice jigsaw done. But I've been doing those. That's the only thing that's kept me sort of sane, I think, throughout the lockdown. And I must say that my dad likes 500-piece jigsaws. Now, I like 1,000-piece jigsaws, but I have ordered 4, which are 500 pieces, because I hand them on to him. Hang on a minute, let me stop and talk to you about this. This is still quite watery. I don't know if you can see that. It's not, you know, it's not saucy yet. So I keep going on that, but I'm going to add a tin of tomatoes now. This is obviously not what you'd normally put in a roux sauce, but it's what my mum did. And I'm trying to create or recreate my mum's recipe for Dad. That's what I'm really doing. So we'll keep mixing. And also, the sauce itself is absolutely delicious with just adding those tomatoes. Makes all the difference. And you get a nice colour, you know, it's not all yellow, if you get what I mean. Anyway, where was I going? Do you know, I've lost my train of thought. What was I talking about? Oh, jigsaws, that's it. Yeah, so I've ordered 4 jigsaws for Dad. And I'm doing one as quickly as I can because it came with extra large pieces. Now, he'll like that because it's a jigsaw which says, it says in the garden shed with Grandpa, or Grandpa's shed or something. So I thought, well, that he'll probably like that one. I'm trying to get through it so that I can give it to him tomorrow. And you'll see me adding a bit of milk here. Sorry, I've gone off topic again. I'm back onto the Roux sauce. What we don't want to do is get any bits burnt. Now that looks like the top. You see that? There's a little bit of black there. That's the top of a tomato. You don't want those bits in there. If ever they come in. Right, this is nice. This is actually nice and watery at the moment. As I say, I'm not making this thick because when you reheat things the next day, they can be then come sort of like a solid chunk. You don't want that. So yeah, jigsaws. I'm hoping that Dad will enjoy the next 4 that I got, but I'm not ordering. I keep saying I'm not ordering any more, but if I order any more, there'll be 1,000 ones. This video is probably going to go on longer than you're all going to like, but I just wanted to finish the sauce because, you know, what can I say? I'm saucy. My husband would say I'm saucy. Right, now, that is very runny. That is very, very runny. I mean, it's just like that. And I'm going to add a ton of cheese. And when I say a ton of cheese, I mean a ton of cheese. I don't do much by weights. Now this will make the sauce, again, not only very cheesy, but it will make it thicker again. Because as the cheese melts, obviously, cheese has some sort of, as it melts, it'll become a bit thicker, and also it'll give it a bit more oil into it. So I'm going to need to probably use a bit more milk. I mean, I'm probably using a litre of milk in this by the time I've finished. Maybe not quite, but almost. So, apart from walking the dog and doing jigsaws, there's not much else to say. I've got, you know, we're doing our garden as much as we can. I say we, it's not we, it's my eldest son doing a beautiful job on our garden. And yeah, bit by bit, it's all coming together, and it's great fun. I bought some solar lights yesterday. It was cheap; they were a tenner, and even I didn't think they were going to look massively good, but I thought they were pretty. So I said to him, "Here's a present for you," and he sort of went, "Oh God!" But last night they were really pretty. We hooked them up down the end of the garden. And it was surprising. Apparently they went on all night. And I can't understand because we didn't have any sun yesterday. We haven't got any sun today. But with a bit of luck, we'll get lots more of those sort of things because they look so nice at the bottom of a garden, especially in the evening, in the summer evening, when you're all sitting there, you know, having a drink. It's lovely. Here's my sauce. It's coming together nicely. I still want a little bit more milk in that, I think. So, yeah, my eldest son is very strong, very practical. He's going to be starting his own business, which is lovely. He wants to do gutterings and stuff like that. Well, he's already started, really. And he's absolutely brilliant. So he's perfect for that sort of thing. He's strong. And, you know, when he says he'll be there, he'll be there. So I'm very proud of him, and the only thing is, between He just needs £10,000. If anyone knows how to get hold of £10,000 dead quick, that's what we need in this family, to get him a nice van. He can do it with the car, but it is very difficult, so he really needs a van, and we've been looking at the different prices. Oh my goodness, don't they range in price? You know, £8,000, £10,000. Obviously a new one would be well out of our reach. I keep hinting to Grandpa, you know, does he have any money he could spare, but doesn't seem to be picking up on it. Anyway, this sauce is now just about to boiling, and you never want to get it too boiling. And as you can see, it's really quite runny, but that's how I want it to go onto the macaroni, which I've got here, and the bacon. And then what I'm going to do, once I've done that, I shall sprinkle cheese on top and put in the oven for about 45 minutes tomorrow on 180, and it should be delicious. So I'm going to finish it there. I hope you've enjoyed it. Take care. Please subscribe, and please can you share me out? I really need some more subs. Ooh, I want to get up to 1,000. That was the dog whizzing in. I think he was chasing a cat. Take care. Bye.